to my peoples, everything Rico. Latin Pen Gang, it's the bad guy Chico. Shot to Puerto Rico, and everywhere we go. Boricua's on the set like a big die, you know. Shark City Rumble, old Dusty Humble. Swinging through your town like I'm George of the jungle. Move like a bundle, shine like the sun though. Pop like a gun though, hit 'em with the 1-2. Yeah, like mommy said, right across your head. I paid the cost to be boss, and I ain't had the bread. Rick, what that nigga said he talking ish, he think he just plow to the neck, to the chest. And yo, I think he dead. Rico Squad out here for the whack. Shouts to the kid that's back, and that's a fact. Paying undefeated, they swear that he cheated, and how his man kick ass, quadriplegic. This is crazy. Cypher 730, ask the whole sector, we do niggas dirty. Emotional damage, too hard to manage. The half-black Latin pancake the savage. Ha! And that's word to more than I. Havoc, Randall, Randy, and I. Is the Pen King, HJ, Mexico's Big Irvin, all that's reppin' that Rico. Cause everything Rico, my heart, body, and soul, we the people. Rico! And they won't understand, we don't make friends, we only make fam, nigga. Rico! That be the flavor, love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. Rico! Wild children of God, and ain't nothing better than my Rico Squad. Rico! Cause everything Rico, my heart, body, and soul, we the people. Rico! And they won't understand, we don't make friends, we only make fam, nigga. Rico! That be the flavor, love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. Rico! Wild children of God, and ain't nothing better than my Rico Squad. Rico! Shout out to Slum Son for the few, nigga. Rico! Philly's finest, G Mojica, rather unique, nigga. Rico! Rico Squad, all my niggas up frente. Rico! Taca, puta puente. Rico! Rico Squad, all my niggas up frente. Rico! Taca, puta puente. Rico! 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 Rico!
Yo, welcome to another episode of Smoked Out Society. I am your host, Havoc 3E. I'm the devil's advocate and the problem child. I was running late today. I see a lot of y'all were waiting for me. I respect that. I appreciate that. That goes to show y'all motherfuckers love me. It is what it is. Fuck this, man. I'm sick of this shit. Fucking courtesy for roaches and shit. Get out of here. Oh. Yeah, what's good, peoples? Y'all already see what it is. I'm live and everything. There's a reason why I played that intro song and not my new original intro song. And if you're paying attention and you hear the song, it's fucking heartbreaking and it's sad to really know that all the names on that song, bro, we was about 30 deep at one point, bro. But motherfuckers are untrustworthy, unloyal, and quick to try to use somebody else's name to gain fame. And that's why this fucking squad has dwindled down to basically what it is core members, the ones that really fucking go all out for each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking sad, bro. And that's why I played that intro song so that people can understand. Do you hear when he starts going in and starts saying the names of the people that were part of the Rico Squad? You know that's sad that more than fucking half of those people no longer fuck with us, no longer want to rock with us. And it's not because we booted them or we did them dirty. It's because they did us dirty. Or they took it upon themselves to boot themselves. Because they felt they were either better than the family members or they couldn't just get their fucking way. Or didn't understand what family meant. Because it's just, you can't tell a nigga you cool with a nigga, you love a nigga, and then you bashing him the next go around. Like, come on, that's not the way it goes, man. We better than that, bro. And it's just fucking sad. It's a fucking joke. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but it's fucking, it's crazy, bro. That's why I played that song to start the show up tonight, so that y'all can hear, man, all those fucking names, and more than half of those names don't even bang with us no more because they trash. And that's what I'm talking about. But I'm going to drop the link real quick. I don't want to be up here by myself. I'm going to play a little bit of music. If nobody hit the link and shit like that, I'll probably just drop out and bounce, man. Trying to play a little bit of music and give you guys, oh, what the fuck is this? That is not what I was trying to put on here. What the fuck is this? Oh, give me a second, folks. I don't even know what I just did here. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Once again, let's go ahead and copy this here. I don't know what the fuck that was something I was looking for earlier. But here we go, people. I just dropped the link. Hit the link. Come on up here and chill with your boy. I'm going to play a little bit of more music. But you know what? Let's go ahead and introduce the core members and the people that mean something to the fucking Rico squad. You already know.
In my life and my career, like, I want to do things with like-minded people.
Of course.
I don't want to, you know, it's hard with the culture when you try to do a show about the culture that you care so deeply about. I've always tried to carry myself with integrity and make sure the things I do, and if I bring an artist into something, I want them to know they feel safe. Sometimes when you go on a platform and you can't control everything, that's challenging, right? So I bring people into this home and I don't control the edit. That's hard for me as somebody who's always had so much control. So anything I do moving forward, it's like either I can all the way be in control from the beginning to the end, or I don't really want to do it.
I already know. Matthew on the whole set. What's good, man? Yo,
bro. Every time you go live, I catch it like a minute after you turn it off because I wasn't getting the notifications.
I should be acting up with that.
I even hit you up on Instagram today and everything. I was like, yo, I gotta fix this because I was like, yo, every time you go up, I was like, yo, I should be going over there. Pero I've been wondering, did you keep up with everything I sent you?
Bro, I looked a lot of your shit you was talking about, bro. That shit is wild. That is something we can't talk about. That shit is wild. But yo, Matthew, man, let me ask you a question, bro. Keep it 100 with me. What is loyalty to you? What is family and what is loyalty?
The way I look at loyalty is keep it honest with me 100%. Right? I expect. I know there's situations where people have to pick sides or make or make a choice. I don't try to offer ultimatums. It's just be honest. That's it. Just tell me the truth. That's it. That's all I need to know. Because I'm too grown to be in the space where I have to now try to navigate thoughts and try to like read you. And no, I don't have time for that. You know, it's like just keep it a buck. That's it.
That's what's up. What does family mean to you?
Ooh, that's the thing. I can't even tell you that because right now, like, I'm still trying to figure that myself.
My definition of family is when you don't talk about that person, when you go all out for that person, when that person needs a helping hand, if you got it, you give it. You should never have your back turned to someone who's willing to go 100 for you. You don't talk about that person, and if there's an issue with that person, y'all go privately in a room and y'all handle that shit so that nobody else knows what that issue was, because no one needs to know what that issue was because it was between those two family members. But it comes a time and a point where family has to get cut the fuck off. You got to get rid of family. You got to let them go. You know why? Because sometimes family can be your fucking downfall. But those are the ones that you truly, truly know are not really family. They're along for the ride, like lost little puppies because they don't got nowhere else to go. And then as soon as they get a little bit of love from somebody, oh yeah, fuck the motherfuckers I was with and all that and shit and stuff like that. They trash it. Why? Because someone gave you a little bit of life. Now you want to shit on where you came from before? That just shows your true colors, man. Hating. For what reason? We covered you. We helped you. We loved you. I don't understand. Like, damn, these are the same motherfuckers, bro, that I sit and I look at, bro. And it's funny, bro, because there be times we've had conversation like he's going to do us dirty. He's going to do us dirty. She's going to do us dirty. She's going to do us dirty. But niggas try to turn the other cheek thinking that it won't happen, but it still fucking happens, Matthew. And that's the sad part about it. That's why this world is the way it is right now. I'm telling you right now. Havoc 3E 2028. Vote for me. I'm telling you, I'm the president this country needs. Real shit.
It's interesting because I had a conversation with someone who used the line I told them. And it was something I heard recently, and I told them about it because it kind of speaks volumes. So I don't verbatim because I'm high right now, so I don't remember exactly what the context of how I got it. But I think it was about broken people. Where the thing about broken people is that their parents taught them to sit at the broken table. And that's what they kind of exert onto someone else. So, for example, because they live that way and that's all they know, they want you to sit at their broken table. But because it's not because their intentions are like that's what is their intentions, is that that's all they know. So that's how they program. Because again, life is about experiences, right? The more experiences you have, the different you're gonna react to life. The more mature and grown. Go ahead.
A real person who knows that the table is broken and he's sitting at that table will try to do the best he can to fix the fucking table so that the table ain't broke no more, showing his love and admiration for the family. Preach, brother.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily think about it that way. Think about it this way. The whole point of that analogy was that you're not going to sit at a table that's broken. You're going to sit at a table that's fixed. In other words, move away from that type of energy. You don't need that broken table. Why are you going to keep relying on a broken table if you could go and sit on a brand new table?
Understandable. I see where you're going with it.
Yeah, it's not meant to it's not the whole play on the whole idea of, we make it work. No. It's you try to remove it. If you know certain people are going to trigger you, right, and bring out a certain party that you're trying to fix, why would you keep hanging with the same crowd? You do it to yourself. You have a loaded gun in your mouth. And when you know you're wrong, instead of just doing the right thing, you're just going to pull that trigger.
I understand. But you know what that is? That's when you try to turn the other cheek to give that person a chance because you feel damn, you know what I mean? They ain't got no one. And that's what makes you human. That's why I try to tell people, you have to have this thing called vampirism in you. You got to be able to shut your motherfucking humanity off and kick rocks to people. Once you can fucking get that down pack, man, you'll be surprised what the fuck this world could do, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Boston, Cuba, Behold, Old Dusty, Puerto Rican. The queen of the motherfucking Rico Squad talk here is Just. Matthew's up here with me. Y'all already know, man. I dropped the link. Come on up here. We talking it up. I see all you people in the bushes. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button, man. That's what you need to do, man. I need to subscribe and hit that like button. Stop being a suspect back there. It's okay to like and shit like that. But I just dropped the link again for anybody that want to come up here, man. We doing it, man. I want people to try to explain to me, man, why motherfuckers are the way they are, man. How could you eat at a table and then at that same table where someone serves you a plate of food and gives you a drink, you talking about their food and they drink? That's fucked up, man. That's straight fucked up, man. Why people like that, man?
Yo, to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily say that this. My ex used to tell me when I lived in Puerto Rico, and that was like a learning experience living over there because I started learning all these Spanish phrases and stuff that they use over there. And one of the things she always told me there's in Spanish you would say something like there's no such thing as a bad person. It's just a person that made bad decisions. So that's how I look at some human beings. It's like I don't look at them as bad. I just say you make a shitty choice at the wrong time when you really needed to make the
I
other choice.
agree, Effie. I'm sorry.
Pero, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Nah, I said I gotta disagree a little bit with that because motherfuckers are evil, man. There are motherfuckers out there that just fucking downright disgustingly fucking nasty and evil. Bro.
Let me ask you a
Donald
question.
Trump.
Let me ask you a question. What's the metric excluding Donald Trump? Because that's easy, right? But excluding Donald Trump and most historical figures, what's the metric of like evil for you? What has a person willing to do to make them evil?
You should never. One thing I've always felt that you can tell a person from what they truly are and make them fucking what I consider evil is. You should never talk about a person if they're not there to defend themselves. That's one of my pet peeves. I hate that shit, bro. Because it doesn't show your true colors. If you could talk about a person when they're standing in front of you, I can respect you. You know why? Because that means you about that life. Don't wait for the person to leave and be like, God damn, so-and-so's breath smell like shit. Nah, man. Like, yo, my man, come here. Let me talk to you real quick. Yo, Papa, your breath smell like shit, bro. I'm just letting you know. I'm keeping it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able, and that's the shit, man. I hate people that are fucking sidetracked, laugh in your face, and then go behind you and start talking shit about you. That's a person that has no good intentions for you. They're trying to use you to get to the next level, if possible.
Let me ask you a question. Let me throw a curveball in all this, right?
Go ahead, do it. About to hit
All
a
right.
homo.
Okay, and I don't mean no disrespect. So this might be triggering to some people, but just please bear in mind I'm using a medical definition for it. I don't mean anything by it, but it's just going to give you like a little different perspective. You ever thought that maybe half these people are, in other words, retarded? You ever thought that maybe people are socially awkward? That there's something wrong with people, that their upbringing is just they geared differently? I'm not, and that's not to say, that's not to throw shit at what you said was facts. I agree with you 100%, but I'm just saying to augment it. You don't think that maybe some people are just socially awkward? That maybe, you know, there's certain things about them that we may attribute to being aggressive intent, but in reality it's just their brains are wired that way, so that's the only way they know how to express it.
In defiance to that, in defense to that, I'm gonna use this is the only way I think I can explain it. I'm tired of people blaming parents for the way their kids turned out. Like and I'm gonna use that as an example. If a mother and father goes to work every day, they instill education, give a kid everything he needs, set him on the right path, but the little motherfucker still decides to cross the street and do the shit that he's doing, why should we continue to blame the parents? We got to blame this little motherfucker now because he had the opportunity and he went ahead and went fucking buck wild. So in explaining to what you're saying, that's my only way of understanding it and explaining it back.
Okay, how about this? How about we often forget that there's nuances to individual cases where when we use your template, right? What you just said from A to B to C, right?
Yeah.
Maybe as this kid crossed the street, maybe he got peer pressured and bullied, and maybe someone pulled a gun on him and said, "Yo, if you know, if I catch you on this block tomorrow, I'm gonna air you out." And maybe his friend told him, "Yo, in order for us to give you protection, yo, join our crew, join our gang. We'll make sure he won't bother you." And then these situations that we're unaware of sculpted him. You know, the environment sculpted him to be that way. So that's all they're gonna know. It's like, for example, remember the pandemic when they started giving out stimulus checks? I will never forget this. I was having a debate with someone in my neighborhood in Castle Hill, and we were talking about money management. I forgot exactly what the context was.
No,
but
don't change your mind. Bring your ass back up here. I'm sorry, Matthew. Don't do that. Come back up here. Come on, man. Go ahead.
But he goes and tells me the thing is that when all these teens, all these YNs out here, all these, you know, people that are from the project, he's like, when we got this check, this is as much money as they ever held at one given point. He's like, Mafty, of course they're gonna, you know, they're gonna spend it. They never had that money before. They don't, you know, they don't know what it is to save money. A lot of us don't really know money management. So it's like when you put someone in a situation they've never been through, right? if there's their first time and they didn't learn, like if there's their first time and then they screwed up and then the second time se aprovecharon, they grew wiser, then great. But then there's also that one group where no matter how many times, how many checks you give them, they're gonna fuck it up. For whatever reason, they fuck it up. They fumble the bag. We don't know why it happens. We just know that the only person that knows why this bag was fumbled will never tell us why he fumbled that bag. But it could be a magnitude of things. That's why I say the situations could be unique. It shouldn't be so generic in a sense where we have to look at it from a perspective that things are going to be differently depending on the individual we're dealing with.
And I agree with you on that aspect. Motherfuckers got smart during the pandemic, though. The smart ones that didn't have to pay rent and wouldn't get put out in the street, the smart ones stacked up all that money. And when it was time to have to pay rent, those were the ones that took that bread, bought themselves houses, and kicked rocks, bro. That was the best thing that a lot of people did. Granted, it fucked over a lot of fucking house, apartment complexes and shit like that and everything. But you know what, man? A come up needed to happen, bro. And a lot of people took advantage of those PPP loans. You know, and as sad as it is, a lot of the people that did take advantage of that shit were the ones who were fucking moaning and groaning about blacks and Spanish, but you white people went the fuck off with the PPP loans. Let's keep it real.
Here's the thing about that too. Another thing that I tell people to look at in that circumstance is that taught me another thing. That taught me that there's always going to be a part of society that is not made, they're not tailored to take on STEM fields. They're never tailored to go complete college. The only thing that they can do is do a regular, you know, the jobs that we would consider like regular, like a 9 to 5, like, you know, a sanitation, someone picking up garbage, someone working at McDonald's. But then when the pandemic happened, we realized, yo, when these people didn't go to CVS and open up those doors, when people weren't working in the 99-cent stores, when the cashier wasn't at that cashier shop, everything halted. The essentials halted. So we have to realize, yo, there's going to be a group of people that are going to have to complete these jobs, and their wages are never going to afford them the luxury of life. So we have to admit,
Niggas was going crazy over toilet tissue. What the fuck? I was about to start going around with wet toilet tissue, start hitting people. Boom, there you go. You can't catch COVID no more. You got the cure. The fuck was going on, bro? Niggas was really wilding over toilet tissue, cleaning supplies. This nigga was telling people to inject themselves with bleach. Oh my god, Joe.
Yeah, but look at what happened then. There wasn't enough truck drivers. There wasn't enough people to stock the shelves. The whole point is that you have to accept that there's a small fragment of society that you undoubtedly know they're never going to own a house. They're never going to own a mansion. Their place in life is going to be working these jobs that they're going to completely hate. Why should we make it harder for them if they're going to take the jobs that we depend on? Because guess what? The nigga that makes Wall Street millions of dollars, he's going to want to go to the Starbucks. Guess who's working behind that counter at Starbucks? Most likely someone that lives in subsidized housing. It's a system. It's a cyclical system. That's why I say, like, yo, you have to remember there's people that do not think straight. Like, their mind is all over the place. What do you do about those people?
Government structure is going to end on September the 1st. That's all I'm going to tell you. When September 1st hits, food stamps are... Bro, you know what kills me? That a lot of these fucking announcements are being made in the night when people are fucking sleeping and everything. I don't know if you heard. We are down to 2 months and about 3 or 4 days worth of fruits and vegetables. That's because we've been cut off from Mexico and all the people that send vegetables over. The Upper East Side, New York, Michigan, Canada has been cut off by electricity from Canada. I heard that the light bills are already spiking almost $75 to $100 more. This motherfucker cut all public assistance programs on September the 1st. This is a message for all of those people. If you know anybody that's living in the projects in New York, you know what I'm talking about, the projects. If you know anybody that's getting Section 8, that's getting housing, and they've had it for more than 8 years, come September 1st, you will not longer be receiving any of those benefits. I'm telling you now, you're going to have to pay light, water, and gas in the projects. You're going to have to pay the complete rent. Those that have fucking need the public assistance that are new to it, you will get it for 2 years. And after 2 years, they're going to tell you to kick rocks. for those that do get it for the 2-year time period, if you are a mother and you are getting public assistance, you are going to be required twice a month to go get drug tested to make sure you're not using drugs. Another thing is, I found this out from my wife, Charlene, who's here, to tell you that they changed the fucking food stamp requirements. You can no longer buy soda. You can no longer buy fucking energy drinks. What else they banned, Charlene? Candy? No more candy, no more soda, no more energy drinks. No more sugary stuff. Certain meats you're not gonna be able to buy no more. I think they even dead in certain cereals. You basically gonna get the motherfucking the bootleg version of it. Gemma, I love you. How you doing, love? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I'm sorry I'm not paying attention. I'm just trying to get my point out because I do ramble a lot. It's your boy Havoc 3E. I'm up here with my boy Matthew. You already know we are members of the motherfucking Rico squad. I'm the devil's advocate and the problem child. And like the let's get to the chat real quick. Well, people should have stepped up from jump and should have thought ahead. You know what, Icon? You absolutely right. But you got people who are lazy and have gotten so complacent, not knowing that they thinking this shit is gonna be forever. And you got to think about it. We've never had it to the point where, you know, people are now realizing this nigga Trump is really making some power moves to make the rich richer. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with you on that. What else you said? Well, that's on them, and they shouldn't have been lazy. You're right. You're right, Gemma. I love you too. Oh, that's Rico to sleep? Oh, okay. God damn, Rico coming up in here with the God damn it. What's good, Rico? That's my motherfucker right there. But yeah, definitely, yo. It's crazy, man. Like, yo, you're gonna have people, Matthew, walking in the fucking supermarkets with their own personal shopping carts and walking out, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna get crazy, bro.
You know why? Yo, nah. You know why it's not gonna pass? Because none of that has to pass. You know why I don't think it's gonna pass?
What happened?
You know why it's not gonna pass?
I mean, it already has. That's the sad part about it.
Hold on, no. Where did it pass in?
It starts. It already passed. It starts September 1st.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Oh, they proposed it?
It's a proposal, so it hasn't passed yet. So here's my argument to that, right?
Okay.
My argument is that the reason why it won't pass is because.
Out of here. Give me a second, Matthew. I'm sorry to cut you off. I have not seen this motherfucker in weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the Ayo, big motherfucking Irvin in the building. Boston Cuba and the Queen of the Rico squad. What's popping? Go ahead, Matthew. I'm sorry.
Shit, what was the question again?
We were talking about the passing. If he's gonna.
Oh, okay. The reason why I don't think it's gonna pass is because remember, this is where lobbying becomes tricky. So people may want this, but guess what? The people that control supermarkets, agriculture, and the people who make candy and soda, you think they're gonna put money in so they can lobby against the government and say no, don't do that. That'd be a stupid idea. It's the same shit they do with the prison system. They're gonna lobby against that, and they're just gonna toss it to the side. Because guess what? It steps on corporations' money at the end of the day. They want the food stamps. You think they're gonna what? You know when corporation feel threat? Come on, Havoc. Why would you ever think they're gonna take away the soda from us? You bugging. Coca-Cola. What?
Many Americans are fucking fat and obese.
That is true, but here's the problem though with that. You don't think that it comes down to medical issues? You don't think if we had a better medical system or free healthcare, we wouldn't have to be going through this? Because then people could go to the hospital and
talk your shit. Mafia, what up?
All right.
What's good, Boston Cuba? What's good?
I think
Cuba del Bronx, not Boston, nigga. Learn your fucking.
I'm sorry.
profile.
I need about to punch me in the face. I'm so sorry.
Jess, go ahead, straighten them out, Jess. Y'all piss off. What's up, y'all?
What's good? Go ahead, Jess. Speak, love.
Here's my thing. I think it's actually a little bit annoying when people constantly blame these candy companies, the soda companies, all these companies. They're always being blamed for someone being obese. There's a lot of people who are obese because they have actual health issues. There are people who are obese because they suffer from mental issues. You know, there are people who suffer from being obese for many other reasons, not just because of candy companies, not just because of soda companies and stuff like that. You know? So to me, it's a little annoying when I hear people say, "Oh, well, I think that they should stop allowing Americans to buy, you know, this, that, and the third, or whatever the case is, because that's why so many Americans are obese." Stop blaming the companies. Because at the end of the day, nobody told you to get your fat ass up and go to the fucking store and buy 50 fucking 2 liters of soda. Nobody told you to go do that. So start taking accountability and stop blaming these companies. You know what I'm saying? But also remember that a lot of people are obese because of health issues, mental issues, all different issues. It's not always quick to blame the companies. The companies do what they're supposed to do. They put out shit that people like. They make money. It's business. They don't give a fuck if you die at 26 years old from fucking diabetes. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They're not paid to give a fuck.
Ching ching.
You know, it's all about fucking money. I just taught my nephew the other day because he was telling me, he was like, Titi, when I grow up, I'm going to get a job where I make massive money, this, that, and the third. And I sat there and I had to teach him. I said, do you know that when you grow up, you will never, ever have your own money? He goes, what do you mean? I said, the money that you see me, your mother, your sister, everybody, every adult make now, it's not our money. It is loaned money. Why? Because you get up, you work a 9 to 5 for the government. You get your paycheck. It goes to a bank. A bank is owned by who? The government. You go and you spend it on bills. Those companies are owned by who? The government. You go to the stores, you do your food shopping, you do your clothes shopping, your necessity shopping. Those stores are owned by who? Franchises that are owned by the government. So your money is never yours. It's literally a huge ass fucking ATM. Your money is never legally yours. No matter what you do in life, you can sit there and own your own business. Your money is still not yours because every time you pay rent, every time you pay mortgage, a car note, gas, everything you do in life, that money goes right back into the pocket of the government for the government to then turn right back around and recycle it back to you.
That's crazy.
So every time I hear somebody sit there and cry and complain, oh, the government's taking our money, the government has always had your money because it's not your money. You're living life and you're spending money. That's the government's money. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people need to kind of take a step back and look at things before they actually sit there and say, well, the government, and realize that the government's always had their fucking leash around your neck. We've always done what the government wants us to do.
We have no choice. That's the way the world is. But you know what's fucked up? And you do have a point. We do have money, though. There is something that belongs to us, and it's called Social Security. And the sad part about it is that at one point, a person.
Now, let me ask you this with the Social Security. Who runs the Social Security?
The government. And you're right, and it's now being exposed now. But at one point, a person could retire at 55 and fucking live off of his Social Security. Now, they don't fucking change the game. They don't push it to 67, knowing that the life expectancy is less than fucking 50, 55 years old. So the government is making off like a fat rat with this money, and it's fucked up, bro.
But that's the thing, is that you said that there is something that the Social Security is not ours neither. We have to live we have to work to a certain age or have certain requirements in order to get that money for it to go right back into the government's pocket. So you're wrong. Not even Social Security is ours, my nigga. None of it is ours.
If I may chime in real quick, I do not want to get shot, but I will say that the money doesn't go back to the government. So
Matthew, don't nobody shoot you over here.
Okay. You intimidating me right now, Jess. You scaring me, but
my bad.
But she came in here hot.
My bad.
She came in shooting at everything. I was like, oh my God, like what happened? But the money gets paid back to the Federal Reserve because when the Federal Reserve prints money, they'll give the dollar to the government, right? But then they'll be like, for every dollar I print for you, you have to give me $1.06 or something like that. So there's always an interest added to it. So you're entirely right, but you have to remember that it's not a government entity that prints our money. They have no affiliation with us, but they have Federal Reserve in their title. So I don't know how this group came up to be. I'm not too peak on that, like too hip on that, but I can tell you that when the government prints out this money, that money already has a debt to it. And the dollar's not really representing a dollar, like 1.00. No, it's usually the representation would be like 80 something to 90 something cents would be the equivalent when you start doing comparisons to other currencies. But the point is that when the government gets all our tax money, most of that money is probably going back to the Federal Reserve because we already have debt for printing that piece of paper out. So printing the paper puts us in debt. Just to FYI.
I don't understand. Don't we print the money?
Yeah.
How the fuck do we run out of money?
We don't print the money. No, we don't print the money.
Yeah, there's
Someone
no we.
prints it
We
for
don't even
us.
party.
No, we don't. Yeah.
Someone else prints it for us, and then the U.S. takes the dollar and says, this is the dollar that represents America. So now I have to do all these world moves so that my dollar represents the pristine dollar, so that every other country now wants to deal in my currency. The problem with the dollar, if you look at Mexico, is when a lot of Americans started fleeing to Mexico during the pandemic. Yes, people who complain about immigration, Americans were fleeing to Mexico. When they started living in Mexico and they brought all their American money into that economy, they started causing inflation for the locals. So
Big
they
time.
started getting deported. So yeah, like
Now, right? The American dollar now has been fucking diminished, depreciated in a lot of other foreign countries because of this fuck nigga orange Donald Trump, bro. Come on, man. I asked my coworker, shout out to Selsa Bean, gotta have her. I asked Selsa, how much is the American dollar in the Philippines? She said before Donald Trump became president, $1 American dollar in the Philippines was 27 Philippine dollars. She said since he's become president, $1 American dollar now in the Philippines is only 13 fucking dollars. Do you see the fucking drop in value that this nigga is destroying our country in? That's crazy. 27 to 13. That's a whole $14 drop. She said that's why a lot of the Filipinos stop sending their money to the Philippines because it's a waste of time now. They've lost the dollar's depreciated. And that's not only us, that's in other countries. Shit, I wish I knew somebody who was in the Dominican Republic right now who could tell us how much now is an American dollar worth in DR.
I'll have to ask my god sister because my god sister she lives in DR.
An American dollar right now.
So I have to ask her.
Look at that shit. That's crazy, man. This nigga has destroyed this country, bro, in 6 months. $1.98. Oh my god. Just let me keep your money. What's the point? The fuck is the point?
$61? Damn.
What?
You said DR, right?
Yeah. What? $1 American dollar? How much is it?
$1 is $61 over there.
Bro, I remember someone
Yeah,
telling me
61
that
pesos.
$1 American dollar in DR at one point was almost 100. So that's a $40 drop. Bro, this nigga is destroying the country. And Puerto Rico don't have their own type of money, right? Puerto Rico, that's right, they the 51st state, but they just don't get no recognition because of this racist ass president.
I mean,
So
it shouldn't become a state. No, you don't want
How
that.
the fuck did Puerto Rico become the 51st state of the United States?
No,
you're
that
killing
would
the
be the biggest
island.
mistake ever.
Yeah, you don't want to do that to Puerto Rico. You know how many people you're gonna kill over there? Woo!
Yep, more than what's already going on now. Like it's bad over there. Like it's bad over there. They said it from day one. They will never ever agree to that. Never.
Nigga was out there throwing toilet tissue at people. What kind of president does that? Oh my god. How is this nigga still president? Someone explain to me. What the fuck is going on?
America.
They're gonna kill it. I'm telling you, he gonna get killed in a month from September to December. They're gonna try to take that nigga out. If it gets approved and they take all this public assistance and all this shit goes through, bendito, yo. It's a wrap, bro. Lo van a matar ese tipo, yo. Someone's gonna take him out, bro.
Nah,
he must not realize it was already proven that 69% of the people on public assistance are white. He don't understand, my man. You're gonna have one of your little fucking "Make America Great Again" people walk right up to you and hit you with the tati quieto.
I was gonna say they submitted papers from the Epstein to Trump. So there's Jane Doe's already filing paperwork about him being the predator. So he has a lot to worry about right now.
Bro, there's a secret. Me and Charlene watched a video earlier that was reported that Ivanka Trump, he's recorded telling Epstein if he should push, he's gonna push her down the steps. When he found out that Ivanka Trump, his current wife, not Ivanka, the bitch that he's with now, when she was pregnant, Melania, he was talking about pushing her down some steps so she could have an abortion or something. And this nigga Epstein told him, "Nah, don't do that, bro, because if she dies, you're gonna be in a shit world of problems." There's now proof that Epstein hit that. Motherfucking Putin hit that. Putin hit that, bro. That's why they got her all over Russian TV and everything, naked and nudes and everything, bro. This shit is this is unsurreal, bro. This nigga is wilding, bro. Someone explain to me what the fuck is happening.
Yo, if that's the case, then that pretty much seals the deal. Maybe Trump is getting played, and Melania was the spy all along.
Yo, I would not be surprised.
Imagine.
I would not be surprised, bro. I would not be surprised. The suspect, bro. That whole situation is real suspect, bro. Tell you, and you know why he doesn't want to lose the House and the Senate, bro? Because I can see the Democrats doing it. If Donald Trump loses the House and the Senate next year, bro, they're gonna deport his whole family, bro. They're gonna wind up deporting his wife, and remember his kids. The oldest ones are not. They're technically not fucking really. They're only American citizens because they were born here. Remember, their mother is not from here, and neither is he. Remember, the only reason why their mother got to stay here was because she got pregnant and everything when she was here, and that's Ivanka Trump, right? Ivanka was never a fucking citizen. She wanted having the kids here.
Born here and had children, we don't want them to have citizenship. So, okay, because they came from Germany.
This shit crazy, bro. This shit is wild, bro.
Yo, just so you know, Bernie's running for 2028.
Who?
Bernie
Sanders?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the fucking problem right there. We don't need another fucking 150-year-old man running for president.
Yo, he's Merlin, nigga. He's immortal. Let him. He's like Merlin, bro. Like
King Arthur back in the day. Don't start that
he's
shit.
A wizard, bro.
That Havoc 3E 2028. Fuck this shit.
El viejito sabe.
He's gonna be my Secretary of Defense with all them fucking computers in his house.
Nah, don't do that. Cuba's gonna start bombing other countries with no discrimination.
Oh shit!
You getting it? You getting it? You getting it?
Like nigga, these niggas fucking said some shit foul about us. Nigga, this ain't Call of Duty. Nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Pushing these buttons, bro. Oh, this is crazy.
Yo, you gotta look at the satellite. Yo, I don't like that nigga. How you standing next to that tree? Predator strike. Boom.
Oh shit!
I don't like the way he looked at me.
We'll put Black to the P or be fucking one of the generals out there, one of the lieutenants. Shout out to Black to the P, yo.
Oh man.
Got wildin', bro. But nah, yo, getting back to this shit, man. What's the issue, man? Why motherfuckers just can't be happy with the families they have? They gotta just be fucking ignorant ass motherfuckers, bro. I never understood that shit, bro. Never understood that, bro. So much going on in the world for us to be fucking titting and tatting, bro. It's sad, bro. It really is sad, man. And this shit, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. The next time somebody goes to jail for some wild shit, bro, you're gonna have an issue trying to lock somebody up, bro. I'm dead serious, yo. I'm telling you right now, out fucking. Oh, wait a minute. Just said that Melania got to stay because of her visa, but she don't even deserve the visa they gave her. They gave her an Einstein visa. That bitch is retarded.
She's not even qualified for that visa.
I don't know if she did that.
How did she get it so fast? Why people wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years just to get into this country? How she got that fast visa? Who gave her that visa? How did she obtain it? Those are the questions.
The fuck out of here, bro. That was the setup, yo. She was planted.
What did she wrote in her application to get that visa? That's what I want to know. I want to know the paperwork of what she wrote down for that.
She's smart.
Smart,
Who's
brilliant
smart?
scientist, none of that.
They
She don't deserve that goddamn visa.
She's a spy. She's a Russian spy.
Allegedly.
I think she's a Russian spy.
Bro, it's something about her, bro. Yeah, allegedly.
Because
yeah,
why would you put a bunch of classified nuclear material paperwork shit inside a shed at Mar-a-Lago with a padlock where your wife had access to?
What?
Or a bunch of so okay, you remember, okay, he locked up a bunch of secret. Okay, so he was allowed to take top secret paperwork with him. The way it works is that you could take it with you, but you have to return it to like the archives, right? They have to physically take the copy back, right? So he had a bunch of shit. I don't know what was in there, but they couldn't just tell you what it was, but they could give you like brief categories, like some nuclear stuff, some secret plans, whatever, right? He put it inside like a room, and the only security to that room was a piece of shit padlock in his Mar-a-Lago establishment. Here's the kicker, Havoc. It gets worse.
Wait, Bobby, before you even go ahead. Remember, it was 2 of them. One was inside the walls that he created. The second one was with the lock. There was 2 of them. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. The other thing is that all those women that worked for him, all of them were from some Russian country that they somehow got the passport to work there specifically. So if you were a foreign government, like, let's say Russia, for example, just for an example, and you had malicious intent and you needed to intercept information somehow, and you could send someone over, the sea to get, to this job they already have lined up, this is how you would do it. Put it in a place where anyone can access, that's highly accessible, and all your workers are from Russia anyway. They all have foreign ties, whether people admit it or not. They're not white. They're not people from here. They're not white people at that golf course. No, a lot of those people are foreigners that work those jobs. They're not like Americans. No, and they're not even like migrants, like Mexicans or anything like that. It's all Russian.
This is crazy. I don't know if this is any legit to what this just came up on my news feed. Did y'all see this? Ivanka isn't his daughter. Y'all see this bullshit?
Imagine. I believe it.
Now a lot of other stuff from Trump's creepy past is resurfacing, like this clip of Trump on the Howard Stern show back in 2006.
Do you think you could now be banging 24-year-olds?
Oh, absolutely. I have no trouble.
Would you do it?
I have no problem.
Do you have an age limit, or would you?
No, I have no age. I mean,
They sneak into a teen beauty pageant dressing room. Wow. Trump was big mad about this letter coming out, and he offered this ironclad excuse. This is not me. I never wrote a pic.
Stephen Colbert has reportedly revealed some strange revelations on President Trump and Ivanka's relationship. His revelations were a huge bombshell that made it appear like there was more to their relationship than the father and daughter relationship the world knows about. The host was quick to back up his claims with visual evidence and images once he began talking. Clearly, he has been driving somewhere, and his aim is to uncover everything from top to bottom. And all of these have been part of a bigger Epstein connection for the president that Stephen Colbert has been reported to hold on to. especially after his time as a host comes to an end.
I gotta pause this right here. No bullshit. Cuba and Maffy and Jess. You imagine if this motherfucker is smashing his daughter, yo? Or it turns out that he smashed his daughter? Yo, come on now, fellas.
That's a big allegation to make.
They still will vote for him. They still will vote for him. Yeah,
And Stephen Colbert, he ain't got nothing to lose. His show is gone now and everything. So this nigga might have some dirt, some real dirt. Bro, come on. Trump ain't gonna go after. Yo, you see what he did to The View? He destroyed. Yo, I can't believe he's taking these. For those that don't know, right now, currently, Donald Trump is suing South Park for $300 million, The Simpsons for $200 million, Jay-Z and Beyonce for another $250 million. Who else is he suing? He's suing there's two other movie producers he's suing. He's suing the dude that wrote the biography about him. Like, yo, this nigga is wilding, bro. They say he's got like 1.2, 1.5 billion in lawsuits out there because he's going after all these people. And I'll show y'all. If y'all didn't see what they did to him on South Park, I'll show y'all. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
South Park did some shit. I'm talking about, oh my God.
Come up, honey. Shall I bring Ivanka up? Come on. Sometimes they'll say, you know, he can't be that bad a guy. Look at Ivanka. Now, come on up, honey.
The first evidence Stephen Colbert brought against Trump was in a book by Miles Taylor, a former Trump administration official, containing some extremely disturbing claims that Donald Trump repeatedly had intimate moments with his daughter, Ivanka Trump. Taylor first made headlines some years ago when he wrote an anonymous op-ed for the New York Times called "I Am Part of the Resistance Inside the Trump Administration." People were beside themselves with excitement for a while, thinking,
now can we say we understand why he told Howard Stern he would fuck his daughter? Because maybe he already was. Oh my God. Cuba, Mappy, talk to me before I keep playing this shit. Talk to me. Oh my God, talk to me.
Like I said, that's a pretty big allegation, but what makes you think? I mean, he has said some crazy things, but if it comes out that he did, I mean, look, bro, he's already on the Epstein list. He's already in that conversation. Not that he's on the list, he's already in that conversation. What more do you want?
This dude got, yo, Cuba, if you talking, I don't know what you said, but you're probably shocked right now. Cuba's digging for more dirt.
that Anonymous might be someone high profile like Melania Trump. Some of that excitement died down when it transpired Taylor, who was the chief of staff of the Department for Homeland Security, wasn't in Trump's inner circle and wasn't really doing any meaningful resisting.
The Justice Department has been digitizing, transcribing, and redacting the interview materials. Oh, I bet they have. See, Control F, find Donald Trump.
What happened, Cuba?
My bad, was the phone. I'm sorry, Matt. Keep on. I'm sorry. Apologize.
Replace with Gayle King.
Still, he's been eking out his 15 minutes of fame ever since, issuing warnings about democracy and dropping scandalous anecdotes about how unhinged Trump is. Now, his book claimed that Trump was lewd about his own daughter. Aides said he talked about Ivanka Trump's body parts and what it'll be like to be intimate with her. Taylor writes in an excerpt from his new book, Blowback, a warning to save democracy from the next Trump, obtained by Newsweek. His remarks, Taylor writes, were so gross that John Kelly, who was White House Chief of Staff from 2017 to 2019, once had to remind the president that Ivanka was his daughter. There is, I should note, no incontrovertible proof that Trump said all these things.
But according to Epstein's brother, Mark Epstein, Jeffrey said he stopped hanging out with Trump when he realized Trump was a crook. Wow! That's extraordinary.
But the idea that the former president was creepy about his daughter and
Bro.
A coherent narrative.
Hey, yo, I gotta rewind that. Hold on a second. I didn't even mean to go that far. Fuck. What the fuck did I just do? God damn, what the fuck did I just do? I am so sorry. Hold on.
That he stopped hanging out with Trump when he realized Trump was a crook. Wow!
Get this shit out, man.
That's extraordinary.
But the idea that the former president was
Bro, look at that right there, people. Does that look like a man looking at his daughter as a daughter? Hey, yo. Talk to me, Cuba. Stop playing with me, bro. Look at that shit, bro.
Who was the mother for that? Who was her mother? Who was Trump married to before?
He did say it. What do you and your daughter have in common? He said sex. So what that says about that?
Who was Ivanka's mother? That's a good question.
Yo, that's that. You know what?
Is it her mother, Ivanka? Yeah, her mother's dead. Yeah, he buried her in the. Yo, that's embarrassing, bro. He buried her mother in the golf course.
The motherfucking grass on that shit goes over the goddamn. You don't even see it's not even cleaned up or nothing. You don't have no regular, good, nice, beautiful tombstone. That shit got a regular bullshit tombstone. Man, this shit's crazy. The reason he did that is because that way the government won't take away that property. That's how the law goes. You know, if you bury a body on your property, you can't take that away.
Wow, he's so hard. Yo, this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. Look at the way he's looking at her, bro.
creepy about his daughter in private isn't hard to believe. There is, after all, plenty of evidence, going back decades, of Trump being creepy about Ivanka Trump in public. Remember when he told Howard Stern in 2003 that Ivanka Trump has got the best body? Remember when he said that? If Ivanka Trump weren't his daughter, perhaps he'd be dating her. Ivanka Trump obviously isn't the only woman that Trump has said a lot of crude things about. While a lot of Trump's misogyny is in the public domain, Taylor claims there are plenty of lewd episodes that haven't made the news yet. There still are quite a few female leaders from the Trump administration who have held their tongues about the unequal treatment they faced in the administration at best, and the absolute they experienced with the hands of Donald Trump, Taylor told Newsweek.
She wanted to make the trip. Dad, can I go? Daddy, can I go with you? I like that, right? Daddy, can I go with you? I said, yes, you can.
Oh, my God.
Where are you going? North Dakota. I said, oh, I like North Dakota. Hi, honey. Say something, baby.
Hi, North Dakota.
I wonder why they held their tongues. Could it be because they know that any woman who speaks out about Trump's sexism will inevitably face a vicious new torrent of lewdness from him to his supporters? Could it be because they know that naked lewdness has never damaged Trump? Rather, it seems to have turbocharged his career? Just look at what happened with the advice columnist E. Jean Carroll. Earlier, a jury in New York found Trump guilty of abusing Carroll in a department store changing room 7 years ago. During the trial, Carroll's lawyer asked her why she hadn't gone public about the assault when Trump first ran for president. I noticed that the more women who came forward to accuse him, the better he did in the polls, she replied.
There you go. There you go. Reportedly, as they redact the truth into a shallow grave, Trump officials are considering releasing the contents of Blanche's interview, although they're concerned about whether making the details from the interview public.
Being found guilty by a jury and ordered to pay $5 million to Carroll didn't jolt Trump into toning down his public misogyny. Quite the opposite. The day after the Carroll verdict was delivered, he swaggered onto a very ill-advised CNN town hall and called Carroll a whack job who had lied about the abuse allegations. Some audience members actually laughed when the CNN moderator, Caitlin Collins, noted that Trump had been found liable. They laughed. While it is clear that Trump fans don't care about the former president's misogyny, might they care about the claims he was intimate with his own daughter?
His mysterious clients and his suspicious death. But now, suddenly, for reasons that I legally cannot think of, Donald Trump is desperate to stop us from knowing who Jeffrey Epstein's clients were. In fact, yesterday, he said he was surprised anyone even cares about the guy.
don't understand it. Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long.
After all, these are the same people who have whipped themselves in moral panic about the non-existent danger the trans community people pose to children. These are the same people who can't go a day without spewing unfounded slurs about people being groomers. These folks are also the same people who are on banning books from school libraries because they're worried that references to race or gender identity will harm their children. They're the people triggered by a book about seahorses because it contained too many details about their mating rituals. And yet, they have no voting for a guy who pays off women and allegedly fantasizes about his daughter.
He's in the file.
Oh, come on.
The Wall Street Journal is now reporting that back in May, Attorney General Pam Bondi informed the president that his name was in the Epps files.
But he said he hardly knew the guy.
One other piece of evidence Stephen Colbert presented, Ivanka Trump seemed given a hint at a possible tense bond with her father, President Donald Trump, in a post on social media. Ivanka Trump, who is formerly a member of the Trump administration and is rumored to have a tense relationship with President's third wife, Melania Trump, stated in an interview opened up about her decision to leave politics in 2022. The first daughter called the...
Bro, you imagine if she walked in on them doing something, yo? Matthew, Cuba, you imagine that shit, bro?
Who said it didn't happen? Who said it didn't happen? With that guy, I wouldn't be surprised. Look, if you see Epstein's deposition, they ask him, yo, did you and Trump ever did anything with anyone under the age of 18? This man pleaded the fifth. He invoked two other amendments.
He did everything.
He did three. He invoked.
Bro, I didn't even know there was
amendments.
those other amendments. I didn't start
Nah, but you saw what he said afterwards. He said this is something that I really wanted to talk about, but I don't think now's the time. Some shit like that. You could see he backstepped, like he really wanted to talk about it. Then it's like, damn. Maybe at that point, he probably thought his life wasn't in danger. If they did, off him. Because, I'm still in the belief that he's still alive somewhere.
Bro, they offed him, bro. We all seen the motherfucking...
Where's the body?
Wait. You're saying he's an Elvis Presley too? You think that his
It's a possibility, yeah, because remember, there was the recording of the morgue van. The morgue van, nothing...
None of them, they're all there.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say Biggie or Tupac. I'm simply saying that there's still the footage that everyone forgot about the morgue van. The body went in it, but the body never came out. It's just the dude dressed in a complete whole white suit came out the van.
Yeah, I've seen that video before.
So they never, that was touched on for like a couple of days, and then everything else drowned that out. But remember, there's still that morgue van video people stopped talking about.
You ever seen that video, Rabbit?
Hold on a second. Oh, this just came out right now, too. Apparently, they doing it again on Russian media TV. Damn, they doing this just broad dirty, Here we go. Midas touch. He's reporting this right now. Russia doing the dirty again. 2 minutes. Oh, wait. Sorry about that.
But they've been doing that
TV,
too.
they
Just saw
frequently...
two pictures.
Russia, it's weaponizing Melania's past. I don't know if you know this, but on Russian TV, they frequently show Melania nude in order to mock Donald Trump. So they show all these photos of Melania. By the way, Melania's previously made posts about how proud she is of her nudes. But did you know that after Donald Trump and Melania met, she got what was called an Einstein visa?
From the nudes she once flaunted to Russian TV looping them as political jabs, Melania's past has come full circle. And not the photos that sting, it's what they expose. A marriage, a brand, and a history built on contradictions. And next, you'll see why turning his wife's lingerie shots into a weapon might be the one attack Trump can't tweet away. All materials shown are drawn from verified public sources and are presented for news commentary and educational purposes.
You see, Donald Trump went to a club in Manhattan called the Kit Kat Club, where there were parties that were frequently thrown for very rich Manhattan elites, businessmen, to mingle and find very young models from Eastern Europe. Models from Eastern Europe. And Melania was a model from Eastern Europe who was brought to the United States, mingle with the models.
In the late night world of Manhattan's elite, the Kit Kat Club was where money, influence, champagne glasses, and whispered introductions that Donald Trump first met Melania. In the same social circles that would later draw names like Jeffrey Epstein. And the first place he met the future First Lady wasn't a palace or a gala, it was a nightclub.
Did you know that after Donald Trump and Melania met, she got what was called an Einstein visa? She was treated like a genius, an exceptional achievement visa that gave her a fast track to become a United States. She then used her citizenship to bring in her family members, a policy that Donald Trump is blocking, and that Donald Trump would send people like that, I guess if their skin color was brown or black, to concentration camps in the Everglades called Alligator Alcatraz.
That nightclub meeting didn't just spark a romance. It opened a path to U.S. citizenship and used it to bring her parents to America, the same pathway Trump would later vow to shut down. In politics, that's not just irony, it's contradiction. What came next would test just how far she was willing to stand by him.
He described it as locker room talk. To you, I mean, you sort of alluded to that as well. Is that what it is to you, just locker room talk?
Yeah, it's kind of two teenage boys. Actually, they should behave better, right?
US 59.
Correct. And sometimes I said, I have two boys at home. I have my young son and I have my husband. So, but I know how some men talk, and that's how I saw it.
She wasn't just silent during the Access Hollywood scandal. She defended him, calling his words locker room talk, comparing a 59-year-old presidential candidate to teenage boys. It's the kind of public loyalty that becomes part of the image. The same image foreign broadcasters now replay to tell their own story. And in this story, the next chapter would take her from defending a tape to questioning a birth certificate.
Melania, after Donald Trump, was caught on video bragging about sexually assaulting women and grabbing women by their genitals. And he says, because if you're rich, they let you do it. She said that's locker room talk and that she was okay with it.
Ben lays it out plainly. The tape where Trump bragged about groping women, and Melania's answer, it was just locker room talk. Moments later, she would say it herself, turning a scandal into something she could frame as boys being boys. And that kind of framing is exactly what keeps showing up when foreign TV rewinds the Trump years. She could defend a tape heard around the world, so it's no surprise she could also question a birth certificate seen by everyone.
And then she was also one of the biggest spreaders of the birther conspiracies against former President Obama. She was used by Donald Trump frequently to go and attack Obama.
And defending him wasn't her only political role. Ben points out she became one of the loudest voices pushing the birther conspiracy against President Obama, a false claim he wasn't born in the United States. It's a twist in the story, an immigrant the origins of America's first black president.
Well, I need to put mine anyway, because if you want to become an American citizen, you need to put the birth certificate.
Right.
I have a birth certificate from Slovenia. And do you want to see President Obama birth certificate
I've
or
seen
not?
it. I've seen it.
It's not the birth certificate.
Well, it's a certificate of live birth.
Right.
If he insists on what he's saying, then no one in Hawaii can ever run for president, because they all get the same birth certificate.
President Obama just saw it, and because it's not only Donald who wants to see it. It's American people. who voted for him and who didn't vote for him. They want to see that.
But it's on display in Chicago. We've seen it on the internet. We've seen it. It's not the same as yours, but it's a certificate of live birth.
Well, it's not. It's not him that it's bringing up. It's the media all the time.
And she didn't just echo the rumor. She went on camera to push it herself. Melania compared her own Slovenian certificate to Obama's, dismissing his as nothing more than a certificate of live birth. Even when told it was public and on display, she doubled.
In denial. Havoc, your mic is on mute.
I was saying what you were saying.
Bird brain, dumbass. Say, oh, that's not his birth certificate. That's not his birth certificate. This woman is crazy.
Bro, let me ask you and Matthew a question. Me and Matthew saw this shit the other night. You wasn't on here. Me and Matthew, we had a good time watching it. Yo, let's just say this motherfucking, they do something that this motherfucker's allowed to run for a third term, and they put Barack Obama against him. How bad do you think Barack Obama will beat Trump in a third term?
Well, I definitely think that any president after this motherfucker will get voted in.
Yeah, but you don't think, all right, but you don't think after the first administration, we said that about the first administration. Look what happened the second time. He won. You get what I'm saying? Like we said the same thing, and then go ahead.
Elon Musk.
Well, he didn't do as much as he did first time president. The way he took a lot of the shit away, and he didn't dig like you were talking about. USA, even his own people's turning on him. Every place he's going, now he's getting booed. The people's had enough. They can't do nothing about it now because he's already president. But what you can see, a lot of people that was mega, a lot of people that I even have family members talking about, yo, I am so sorry, I apologize. I done stop speaking to family members because of this.
He's gonna get impeached next year, bro. Telling you, next year they're gonna fucking lose the House and the Senate, and they're gonna get distracted.
If he makes it.
What happened?
If he makes it.
Yeah, because supposedly he's sick as well too and shit like that. I just put it like this. I hope Texas does that fuckboy shit and tries to rig the elections with the seat. Because I want to see them cut up the Bronx, California, Michigan, New Jersey, bro. They don't want to do that, bro. You know how big these fucking we will destroy them, making seats and everything, bro. They don't really want to do that, bro. They really don't. They're not thinking too smart about this.
How's the practice out there going, Bob? You think what he's been saying lately that there's no inflations? Do you think your prices has went down? Just wait.
Nigga, shit is through the roof. The fuck out of here.
No, I'm asking, every time I jump on somebody's platform, I ask them the same question. It's from all different places. So I would like to know, where is this talking about the inflations that went down? Because this man keeps on repeating himself and saying, oh, inflation is down. Inflation is down.
I don't know. Maybe in his fucking sycophantic world. Nigga, how is inflation down, but we got less than 2 weeks? What was it, Charlene? 2 months and less than a week? 2 months and less than a week of fruits and vegetables for the United States of America? Get the fuck out of here. How is that even possible?
There's no workers. The prices by the
exactly, no workers. The fruit, we normally used to get it from Mexico. That's not coming in. They just threw out 350 million gallons of milk that got sour because there's nobody to work the pasteurizing machines and stuff like that. It's crazy. Fucking somebody was on the YouTube showing you how to make fake salad in the water. They were mixing two. You saw that shit? They mixed two liquid
video. They got struck. My video got struck.
Bro, I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yo, somebody was showing you how to make lettuce and cabbage. They put two different liquids in the water.
It's a green liquid.
It's a green liquid. I don't know what it was, The shit
And they
they
put it in
stirred
water.
it
Warm
around,
water.
then they put their hand in it, pulled it out, and crumpled it up into a ball, and then cut it. It was a fucking lettuce. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. What kind of jujitsu shit is that, bro?
Yo, you didn't know about that? That's fake food from China. If you did a video, yeah, it's fake food that they sell in China. So you could take powders, mix it together, add water, and you can make artificial what you think is meat because it'll taste like it. So what ended up happening over there was because the governments were busting that down. What ended up happening was borat, the industrial powder, the chemical, somehow ended up in these foods, these cheap ways of making food, and it ended up in kids' noodles in elementary schools. And there was this whole thing where a bunch of like kids were showing up like near dead, showing up at the hospital. Like there was a big thing in China about that. Yeah, and another thing. The school. So the school was in charge of procuring the ingredients. What ended up happening was some corrupted asshole was like, I could buy these powders. They won't know the difference. Like this fake synthetic shit, and the fake synthetic shit was laced with borat.
Oh shit.
So when you go to like China, for example, there's two things. There's, I forgot what the other name for it is, but it's pretty much sewer oil. They'll put their cooking oil inside the sewer thing, and then people will reuse that sewer oil, so it'll be contaminated with metal particulates, maybe some fecal matter, like a bunch of bacteria. Like China's known for not being regulated when it comes to that, but that's spreading over here eventually.
Yeah.
Because it's seeping into our weed, by the way. It's affecting our weed right now. So
Yo, you see people going inside the sewer, holding motherfuckers' feet while they go in there with a bucket and just scoop it out. It's crazy, Evan. It's crazy. I don't know, man.
Well, I'm telling you, man, this nigga's he's setting the country back massively. Like, I don't understand, man. He's really fucking it up. In 6 months, this nigga done destroyed this whole fucking country, bro.
Shit, I'm about to start building a little farm for myself, man. Getting all these
Nigga, we done bought an extra deep freezer here, and we got that shit stuffed with fucking vegetables and meat and all that shit, bro.
Oh, wow.
It's getting bad, bro. It really, truly is getting fucking bad, bro. It's getting bad.
I can't live without avocado. I say, you know what? I'm gonna plant 3 motherfucking trees over here, and we're gonna have 3 avocado trees. Fuck that shit. Oh shit. There you go.
This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is just, when it's all said and done, it's just fucking wild. The shit.
I don't
The
think.
government is going crazy on the citizens and on all these immigrants they say, and all this law the government talking about we don't discriminate, but how you got a president going out there telling these ICE agents if they don't look American, go and chase them down and arrest them. Like this is bad. Everything's bad.
Dude, if y'all see that video that I think I played the other day on my thing, I probably didn't see it, bro. The shit was wild, bro. Let me see if I can pull it up, bro. You see what these, bro, the shit that these niggas was doing to people, how they were running up on people. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, these are human beings, bro.
Yo, if I show you a video, that shit would touch your heart. No lie. I don't give a fuck what people say. Oh, Google, you fucked it. Man, shut your bitch ass up. No. Matter of fact,
Bro.
I'm gonna look for that video.
Tell me this shit is not fucked up right here. Look at this. I found it. Bro, this shit is wild, bro. Look at this shit, people. Tell me this shit ain't wild, bro. This is wrong, man.
We are following the latest developments after yesterday's federal immigration raid in the Westlake area that's stirring criticism.
Authorities say that 16 people were arrested, but local officials are questioning the legality of the raid. KTLA 5's Karina Winter live now in our news center with more on the backlash. Karina?
Glenn and Lou, immigration rights organizations are now taking more action in response to the enforcement efforts, and that includes a next week. continue down, sparking more political mobilization from community organizations during the so-called Summer of Resistance. On Wednesday, agents used a Penske rental truck during an immigration raid at a Home Depot parking lot. The operation, dubbed Trojan Horse, led to 6 arrests. Penske saying in a statement, strictly prohibit the transportation people in the car of its vehicles under conducting the raid in response to MS activity in the area. KTLA is not yet confirmed. Also, new videos circulating on social media of 2 women detained during a different raid on Wednesday. One of them, Sabrina, who was pregnant and a U.S. citizen.
What is it? Medina.
KTLA spoke to Medina in June when federal agents raided her home looking for her husband. Officials to Medina last night. She claims agent told her they took her into custody again to get to her husband, who is undocumented and who spent time behind bars for a previous offense.
Turn them in. Turn them in.
Bro, y'all see that, yo? Y'all hear that? That's wow, bro. You got companies now having to defend themselves. You know what? Penske truck, if I were you guys, I will sue the shit out the government, yo. Get your money back, because that's fucked up. Penske's had to come up there and issue a statement and everything, because Lord knows the bad feedback and blowback they getting from this now. Yo, you imagine that shit, Maffey? You the fucking owner or the CEO of Penske, and now look at what you got to be out here defending, bro.
Mm-hmm. But then, like you said earlier, look, agriculture already is getting hit. How much of this, and remember, right? And this is what I learned around 2016, 15, around there. They were trying to put me onto a job over here when I came back the second time from Puerto Rico back here. And it was cleaning offices. And they pretty much just said, yo, you got to pay a one-time fee. I'm like, that sounds weird, me paying for a job. Especially they're asking me for $1,500, right? And I'm like, well, why do I got to pay you? Come to find out, it was exclusively owned by Albanians. They had the whole shit on lock. So all those people that got these jobs are immigrants. Like most don't even have their green cards, number one. They have a working visa. And yo, wait, ICE has already been here. Like they already hit up the Chinese spot in my neighborhood. I heard they're already all over Manhattan. So it's only a matter of time before you won't be able to get your deliveries when it comes to your your food takeout. Because predominantly people who do this delivery out here is immigrants. I don't see no Americans doing DoorDash. Like sometimes, not all the time. It's usually gonna be an immigrant. At least here in the Bronx, when they do the bicycle shit, the area's close enough.
It's the same thing everywhere, bro. Trust me, man. It's the same thing everywhere. Money is travel.
So here's the thing too about that. The other problem about that is that you're removing a workforce that we know pay their taxes. It's already been proven, right? This was proven during the pandemic. They pay their taxes. So we're gonna remove. Okay, so we're gonna bump people, and okay, what's gonna happen with that absence of money that we used to have, that we used to get from them? Or let's not talk about the farms that they're producing money for. Let's not talk about all these other shit that most Americans don't want to do. Because as far as I'm concerned, no one wants to work at a farm. You can't get an American to step foot on a farm to pick cherries or some shit.
No cleaning people's feet, none of that, bro. They said that they just, by him doing this, he got rid of fucking 40-something% of the workforce. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You getting rid of people on jobs that nobody wants to do anyway. Why
they don't pay
with these people? Did he get a bad burrito or something?
Well, because here's the thing too. This is where I kind of don't understand politicians, right? They want to do all these things, but here's the thing. That job that they're kicking this nigga out of, that job doesn't pay for rent in New York City. Niggas think that when they be like, oh, they're taking their jobs. Yo, that job does not pay for shit. Maybe a phone bill and 1/4 of the rent. That's about it. You're not making real money out of here working these jobs. So it's like, why fuck with people and make it harder for the working class? Or someone just willing to work that job. Yo, you're making it extremely difficult to live. What's going to happen when no one could afford to live in New York City no more? Where are we going to go? Now more of North America's population becomes homeless. How do we have a large homeless population when you call yourself the best country in the world? It's so crazy because it's not. Maybe at the end of the day, yo, we're paying other countries that have for free healthcare, that have free college education, but we can't give our own citizens that.
I'm gonna say something, and I hope I don't offend you, and I hope I don't offend nobody else, but this is just my belief. As far as when it comes to the homelessness, I truly believe that we need to take care of our military homeless before we take care of anybody else. These people left this country to go fight for us to make sure that we can continue to provide the life we want. And I don't think they get enough respect and just.
I disagree. You know why? You know why? Yeah. The only time the U.S.'s peace has been threatened was probably World War II during the bombing of Pearl Harbor. When did a foreign government decide to come over here and wage war on domestic land? Never. Besides Pearl Harbor. So then how could we say that soldiers are fighting? And this is not a shot at soldiers. This is like, that's a conservative message right there. That's to make niggas feel bad. And then guess what? We still don't help our veterans. That doesn't mean we shouldn't help them. I'm just saying you can help everyone at the same exact time. You don't have to put limits or create boundaries and say this person should get this quicker because he served the country. Bro, you went and you fought for political interest. If you look at right now, most veterans right now do not want their children serving in the military. You know why? When a war breaks off, you think that war is threatening our civil liberties in this country? No. Because no one's coming over here to wage war. I don't see no infantrymen popping up on the beach in Coney Island, and poking niggas up with a fucking bayonet or shooting niggas up. No, that doesn't happen. No. Like every war here on out is maybe it might be for freedom, but it's financial freedom, right? Because if we want, like I said earlier, if you enjoy the luxuries that you are given in America, it's because we win the wars. That's the only thing that's being threatened, your way of life. And your way of life is you get to make this much money while someone else is trying to make your shoes. That's what's threatening. Because now we don't want to be the ones producing the shoes for China, and now we produce everything, and then we have to live in those conditions. Nah, bro. Like we really got to think about it. We shouldn't shun people based on their merits, because at the end of the day, this country was built on the ideology of being humanitarian because we brought in so many immigrants. So that means we have to treat everyone the same way. Whether or not you're a criminal or whether or not you're a civilian, you should be treated the same way.
We can't be that much of a humanitarian when we still celebrate holidays where a motherfucker came here, sat down with some indigenous people, ate with them, and then the next day proceeded to rape, pillage, do all kind of atrocities, brought diseases and everything to the United States. Like, come on, man. We still celebrating Christopher Columbus. Why? He didn't discover a motherfucking thing. There were people here already. And then Black Friday. A lot of people still don't know what the true meaning of Black Friday is. Niggas out there thinking it's a discount. No. That was what he did to them Indian people the next day after Thanksgiving. Like, stop it, man. What the hell, man?
Yeah, but those are things that you have to change. You can't change what happened in the past, but you can change where this country goes. That's why we believe in voting. That's why we believe in getting, into the politics. That's why we believe in spreading a message. But this doesn't have to be America.
They're trying to erase it, though, Matthew. They're trying to erase history. You don't see the shit they doing? They dumbing our kids down. They're not even teaching these kids fucking script, none of this shit. Our kids are getting fucking retarded now. What are they doing? China's always gonna be, come on, man. The Chinese government, they don't have summer vacation. Those fuckers go to school damn near 7 days a week, bro. That's why the Chinese technology and all that shit will always be better than us, yo. That's why them kids are fucking smarter than our kids, bro.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? When you look things at that and you look at that way of life, I get it. It could be inspiring for some people and it could be like something positive. I just think that we shouldn't judge people based on like certain upbringings, right? Because China's very strict on that school shit, but you got to think about it. You don't think it's an injustice that half those kids may not even have like a good upbringing in terms of you think they were allowed to be children, or you think they were forced to be computers? Because at the same time, look, I get it. Money's money. This and this. Kids should be kids. I'm not saying. Oh, you know, they shouldn't. They should be smart. Yo, let them be kids because they're coming into a world that's gonna fucking suck. So let them have their experiences. Because at the end of the day, their experiences are gonna shape them ultimately, and they're gonna decide who they want to be as an adult. That's why I believe in full autonomy. Everyone should decide and pick for themselves what they want to do. It's not that the whole world's going to end when you allow people to do that. It's just people are going to naturally find their rhythm, and you're going to have more productive members of society. And I know niggas are going to argue what I just said that are not here, but it is what it is. This is how I feel about it. I believe in giving everyone an opportunity to find your calling, your thing. I'm willing to admit that in a positive note.
I understand. I definitely understand where you're going with it.
Because you know why? When they find that thing that they belong in, that place that they fit in life, then doors open for them. You don't have to worry about them. They're now enthralled. They're a part of something much more bigger. And I feel like if the government looked at us this way and gave us that room to breathe, we'd have a lot more productive people in society. It wouldn't be such a shithole.
So you think the government is crippling its own government itself?
Yeah, because look,
it's expensive to go to school and education and all this shit. I see where you're going with it.
Check this out, right? I told this to Payne. I said the hardest line I could think of. I said there's a difference in the suburbs. You know what they do in the suburbs, Habit?
What happened?
Do you know what they do in the suburbs?
No, go ahead. Shoot.
They live up there. They're living in the suburbs. They're alive. You know what people do in New York City? They survive. People in the city don't live. We survive. It's different for a nigga in the city than it is for the suburbs. Because when you walk out in the city, you got to be aware of your surroundings. You're aware of all this shit happening at any given time. It's chaotic. You're not alive. You're not living. Because when you go to the suburbs, you live. You know why? When you start living, when you start doing the things you want to do, when you start being introspective with who you are as a person, you can't do that in the city. Because half the time you are surviving. You're trying to make it sure that you make it to the next day, to the next day after that, to the next day after that. We don't have the luxury of stopping and be like, you know, we can't dedicate as much of that time as like someone that lives in the suburbs could.
So many other countries do so many other things that we should be doing, man. I don't understand. Canada, free fucking health insurance. You don't even do that much charging for school and education. This shit is crazy, man. This shit is fucking wild, bro.
Yo, America, living in America is pay to win. If you don't got money, you're fucked. You're locked behind a paywall, and this is as much as you go. As much as you go. Because look, if I wanted to study botany, it's $250,000 from Rutgers. That's the only place. Just botany, just to study botany at Rutgers, it's $250,000. It's $250,000 tuition.
That's crazy.
1/4 of a million, yeah. So I'm over here thinking like, yo, real life is like that. Cause look, if I take out a loan for that $250,000, that's gonna be over $1 million that I owe in debt. You think it's fair for me to pay back $1 million in interest fees and not even cover principal yet? Just so I could get an education to improve, you know, life here? Wow. Nah, you making me pay. You gatekeeping. I wish I was born into a wealthy white family and I had blue eyes, because I swear to God, I would have been lit right now with a 6-figure job.
But you know what's sad about that? I'm glad I say, you know, people say that, but at the same time, when I hear people say that, I'll be like, I could never want that. You know why? Because these are the same people that don't know how to survive. You're born with everything, and then God forbid you lose everything, your ancestors jump off the roof or to take a gun and blow your fucking brains out. Get out of here. That's why. That's one thing.
You're not wrong. You're right about that.
Nah, I'd rather fucking. That's the shit about us. People like me and you, Matthew. We can survive. We could become rich and lose it all for stupidity and still be all right and be able to survive. But people like us won't get rich. You know why? Because we'll never go broke again. Because we're smart enough to take the money to invest it in a proper way to ensure that we can continue to live the life we want. I never understand. You get a mansion with 30 fucking bedrooms. Who the fuck is sleeping in these bedrooms, bro? What the fuck is this?
You're right about that. I thought about that.
Get the fuck out of here. I become rich. I'm opening up a laundromat in a fucking supermarket and I'm buying a regular 5 fucking room house. That's it. And then I'm going to get another separate house in the back, like a little hangout spot, a man cave. So when I want to get away from everybody in this fucking house. That's it. I'm going to live my life. Invest the money and let it come back. Why am I buying a fucking mansion, 35 bedrooms? I'm sleeping in a new bedroom every month. I'm like, yo, Havoc, when was the last time you slept in here? Yo, I haven't slept in there for like 40 days, bro. I haven't been in there like 3 months, nigga. I think I get in that room next month on the 5th or something. Like, get the fuck out of here. What's the point? Buy a nice, decent house. Pay it off. Open up a supermarket. Everyone eats. Everyone needs food. Open up a laundromat. Everyone washes clothes. Clothes get dirty. That's a necessity. Come on, man. But we won't get a luck like that. You know why, Matthew? Because people like us will think and know how to stretch the money and live life for good. We ain't born with it, bro.
No, I get what you're saying when you said that. I understand. I just think that we're coming up to that point where I don't want to get to the point where I have to idolize money. Because, idolizing money is never a good thing. Money doesn't really solve all your issues because if you have health issues, good luck. Like, money may not even fix that, right?
Yeah, you done. All of a sudden, now they got a fucking cure for HIV. Why? Because you're about to come out with something worse? The fuck?
No, I mean, bro. No. I mean, we already knew from the pandemic, since the first months of the pandemic around there, we started seeing high amounts of young people having cancer. So, turbo cancers is the next thing. There's going to be a lot of young people with cancers. Because you got to think about it. Most of the foods you eat has plastic in it. A lot of people already tested for high amounts of plastic in their body. Not that I'm saying that cancer is caused by plastic, but it just goes to show you that there's environmental issues that we're not aware of. And this could be causing a lot of cases, of cancer in young people.
It's crazy, bro. This shit's absolutely fucking wild.
Yo, bro, when I first saw a tomato, or what a real tomato looks like, was in Puerto Rico. When I saw how real chicken looked like when you buy it at the supermarket, like when it's fresh from the area, you're like, yo, this chicken is not as fat or big. Like, it's like small. And they're like, yeah, that's how it is.
Bro, No, get. I'm sorry.
But you ever seen like the Bronx? Like, have you ever gone to like, I don't know if you guys have it over there, but over here, if you go to a fan fair, like the chicken, the mullos, they're big, nigga. They look like they came from an obese chicken.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, man.
Go ahead.
Where's his tray? You said his plate? Oh. It's not over here.
I washed it real quick.
It's over there already.
Pick that oil up.
I already did. I took the oil off of the floor.
That's your chicken.
I know. Give me a second. I ain't got that much time. I got to go to work. Yeah, Matthew. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's really fucking wild, bro. It's really fucking wild when it's all said and done. Like, Charlene came home one day and fucked me up, bro. She came home with a seedless watermelon. How the fuck you coming home with a seedless watermelon? That's science. That's that crazy shit right there. That's that fake food. How the fuck is this? Come on, man. That shit don't even sound right. Why would you want to eat a seedless watermelon?
Well, no, here's the question, though. Did you hear what China was doing a couple of years ago?
Enlighten me.
They started, so they rolled up to like villages that have decades and decades of experienced farmers in agriculture, and they started saying, yo, we got new rules. Pretty much, they made it illegal for people to farm. Now they have a government entity over there that oversees how you garden.
Give me 1 more second, Matthew.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that, people. I'm sorry about that.
Now you go.
This is wild, bro. It's just when it's all said and done, bro. It's like I said, man. The world is we're gonna be fucking experiments. Now they're talking about that fucking shit that they sent out years ago is sending back images of fucking life out there. Like, come on, man. Stop the cap, bro. She getting crazy for us.
Yo, too much is happening is the way I look at it right now. We got the Epstein, we got the whole UFO disclosure, we have all this other shit happening. It's like, yo, there's a lot of noise now. But then again, this could be a nothing burger. That's why I say, yo, until they start releasing shit or niggas start talking about it, like, you know, like an actual presidential figure or like the speaker says, yo, this is what's happening, this is what's up, you know, good luck. I won't be freaking out till then.
Bro, it's just fucking. At this point, I'm down to Trump release whatever it is. I don't even think I think he can release whatever the fuck is in there and it says about him, and motherfuckers probably won't even care. Yeah, I swear to God, I think niggas are still making an excuse for him.
Well, no, because if there's something about him doing something with someone under the age of 18, you know. And then, like they said, if he did meet Melania at 17 in one of those, in a Kit Kat, there's a lot of these implications here. For all we know, we have a serial child diddler on a list. See, that's the thing. I don't think this was like a 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this man habitually over the centuries he's been alive probably did on the kids.
Damn, it's a possibility.
I mean, it's I don't even think it's a possibility. I think if it is what it is, it is what we've just got to accept that. Yo, the president of the most powerful country in the world may or may not like kids. Who knows? Because that's the only way I can allege it.
That's wild. Yo, people. Hell of a topic today. I want to show love and appreciate everybody that came through today, and everything. I actually have to take off. I got to go to work for about a couple of hours just to hold down the fort. I don't know if I'll get back on tonight. Probably not, though. I appreciate everybody that came through today. Like I said, once again, family is everything, man. Just the right type of family. Remember that always, man. It's okay to forgive, but just don't fucking forget. And like I said, man, I've always been told, like my grandmother said one day, a pencil, you break a pencil, you could tape it back together, it'll still work, but it'll never be as strong as it once was because it was already broken, and it'll break easier even the second time. And with that being said, I'm hanging out with Maffy, Go by the Bronx. I'm Havoc 3E, the Devil's Advocate, and the motherfucking problem child of the Rico Squad. Don't hate us for fucking doing right by others, bro. You was once afforded an opportunity and you decided to act fucking vile and discriminative, and that's why you're no longer part of the family, man. Like I said, listen to the song that I played in the beginning. So fucking many members of the fucking squad no longer with us because they just didn't understand what the fuck word family was. And if you don't know what I mean, once again, I have it 3. I'm out of here. We're going to leave with the motherfucking song so that y'all can understand what I'm saying. We out.
Shout to my peoples, everything Rico, Latin Pain Gang, it's the bad guy Chico. Shout to Puerto Rico, and everywhere we go, Boricua's on the set like a big guy, you know. Shark City Rumble, old Dusty Humble, swinging through your town like I'm George of the jungle. Move like a bundle, shine like the sun do, pop like a gun do, hit him with the 1-2, yeah, like mommy said, right across your head. I paid the cost to be boss, and I ain't had the bread. Rick, what that nigga said, he talking ish, he just plow to the neck to the chest. And yo, I think he dead. Rico Squad out here for the whack. Shouts to the kid that's back, and that's a fact. Paying undefeated, it's where that he cheated, and how his man kick ass, quadriplegic. This is crazy. Type 730, ask the whole sector, we do niggas dirty. Emotional damage, too hard to manage. The half black Latin pancake, the savage. Ha! And that's word to more than I. Havoc, Randall, Randy, and then I. If you thinking HJ Mexico's Big Irvin, all that's reppin' that Rico. Cause everything Rico, my heart, body, and soul, we the people. Rico! And they won't understand, we don't make friends, we only make fam, nigga. Rico! That be the flavor, love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. Rico! Wild children of God, and ain't nothing better than my Rico squad. Rico! Cause everything Rico, my heart, body, and soul, we the people. Rico! And they won't understand, we don't make friends, we only make fam, nigga. Rico! That be the flavor, love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. Rico! Wild children of God, and they ain't nothing better than my Rico squad. Rico! Shout out to Slum Son for the few, nigga. Rico! Philly's finest, G Mojica, rather unique, nigga. Rico! Rico squad, all my niggas up frente. Rico! Taca, 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 Tito Puente. Rico! Rico squad, all my niggas up frente. Rico! Taca, 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 Tito Puente.